Hi everyone, this is Master Matt, and today I'm going to be taking you through another stretching routine. This is going to be a dynamic stretching routine. I know I have a lot of static stretches on this channel, and I have my own active stretching routine as well as a PNF stretching routine as their own videos. So I figured today I would do a dynamic stretching routine video. Dynamic stretches are absolutely important to incorporate into your daily stretches. They just open up and activate your muscles in ways that your static stretching can't. But this routine I would suggest you do before a workout or before some kind of jog or run to really get your legs and a little bit of your upper body moving. And then I would save the static stretches for the end of the workout. Because actually if you do too much static stretching before your workout, it's going to mess with your muscles and it's going to prevent you from lifting at your full capacity. So it's always suggested to save your long, deep static stretches for after the workout, but we definitely want to do some kind of warm-up beforehand, and that's where these dynamic stretches come into play. So let's get started. So it's important to keep in mind when doing dynamic stretches that you do move, but that you're moving within your flexibility range and not past your flexibility range, because normally dynamic stretches are what you do at the beginning of your stretching routine or the beginning of your workout. So that's when your muscles are going to be the most tight, so we definitely don't want to pull anything or go too far. We're just trying to loosen ourselves up. So with that said, we're going to start with our arms, and we're just going to be making our arms in a circular motion, but this time we're going to alternate them, kind of get our hips twisting as we do this. And then we're going to go backwards. This is just something nice and light. It's supposed to be really a warm-up before you get into anything heavy. Very good, and then we're going to move into our sides, our obliques. We're going to just go from side to side slowly. If you've seen my videos before, I've talked about ballistic stretching, and that is not what we're trying to do here. We're not trying to push fast in our motions, and we're not trying to overwork ourselves. But dynamic stretching is just slowly working into our flexibility. Very good. We're going to open up our legs and we're going to get our back as well as a little bit of our legs. We're going to reach down and then we're going to reach all the way back and try to look at the wall behind you. Up. And one more. Very good. All right, we're going to get some of our legs. I'm just going to be doing light leg swings up and down. I'm not going anywhere near what my capacity is, what my limit is. I'm just trying to move and get some blood flowing into my legs. On the other side. If you need to hold on to something while you do this, feel free to grab a chair or a wall. All right, great. Next, we're going to be doing some leg stretches. We're just going to be rotating side to side and getting just a bit of hamstring, and then we'll eventually go lower. But we're just going to start nice and high and just slowly drop down until you feel a bit of a pull in each hamstring. Trying to sit back on your legs. I'm just going a little bit lower. Taking our time, but feeling the pull. And we're going to be going as close as we can to get to the ground where our hip is back, but we don't want to lift our heel here because now we want to incorporate our hip into this stretch. So I'm going to be going down, trying to sit forward, keep my weight on my heel. And again, if you need to grab onto something in front of you or the wall behind you, this is a great exercise to do that. We're just trying to get our groin and our leg woken up. I'm lifting my toes off the ground on each leg as I pull past, rather than keeping them flat, because I want to stretch my hamstrings as I do this. We'll do one more time. All right, good. Next, we're gonna get into our squat position. Again, trying to keep our heels flat on the ground as best as you can. And we're gonna grab onto our ankles as we stand up and just try to straighten your legs while keeping your body folded over. You should feel a nice pull in your hamstrings. And we're gonna drop down. We'll just do a few reps of this. Really at the top of that, you should feel a nice pull. And then dropping down, trying to keep my heels on the ground the whole time, so I get my hamstrings and my hips. And up. We'll do 2 more. And last one. All right, now we're gonna sit on the ground. We're gonna get into our butterfly position with our feet together, and we're just gonna bounce our knees for a little while. Again, just introducing blood flow. And we're starting to get into the groin, our hips still. Just nice fluid motion. Okay, and from here, I'm gonna get into my 90 position, where I have each knee at 90 degrees. And then what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna switch sides. And if you need to grab the ground behind you, you can do that. It's more of a challenge to try and twist with your body up. So I had to catch myself there. And then at the end of our twist, we're gonna take this leg in the back and we're gonna bring it across into a lunge. And then we're gonna ease it back to the ground, and then we're going to come back up and then turn the heels or the knees to the other side, and we're going to lift and push here, and then we're going to ease back. You don't want to fall back. You want to sit back nice and easy, and we're going to start rotating here. And then this is the hardest part, is getting that leg up. So this is my tighter side, so I usually need my hand to assist me there. That's something I'm working on. And then we sit, and then we pop to the other side. Just notice how these aren't fast motions, but they're controlled as we move through our flexibility. Up. And then at the end of that lunge, try and push just a bit until you feel that stretch in your hip flexors. Out. We're gonna do one more time. Rotate. And then we're gonna get to our lunge, and we're gonna stay here. We're gonna get just deep. We're not trying to push ourselves too much, but just push to where you feel a little bit. And then we're gonna rotate from here to our hamstring stretch behind. Remember, trying not to sit back. We're just trying to fold our body over our thighs so that we get the pull in the hamstring. We're going to come forward and back. We're just rotating between these two. And front. And back. In. Back out. And we're going to end up repeating this on the opposite side, of course. One more time. Knee forward and knee back. Just hold it for a second. All right, good. We're going to come to the other side. And the same thing, we're going to rotate forward and back. Nice and easy. This, along with that squat to standing position that we did, are really good stretches with your hamstrings. So with all the static stretching that we've done in the past for our hamstrings, doing stuff like this is just as important. So always try to work stuff like this into your routines. Forward and back. Front. back. We'll do one more of these. And back. Just hold it for a quick second. All right, to finish up, I'm gonna get on my back. And I'll show you from this angle. I'm gonna be bringing my legs up, and then I'm gonna bring them out, and then all the way forward and in, just making like a circular position. As much as you can, you're gonna go into a split, and then you're gonna rotate forward to straight, and then lift. Which is a good rotation for your hips and your groin. It's a good stretch to do for your splits. It's also a good core exercise if you keep your legs suspended the whole time. We'll just do a few of these. We'll do one more. Very good. Just kidding, I have one more stretch I want us to do. I forgot to put this one in, so this is going to be our downward dog to upward dog. So we're just going to get on our hands and feet, try to lift our back, and we try to put our heels on the ground until we feel a stretch in our hamstrings. And then you're going to push back on your hands to feel that stretch. And then we're going to ease forward. And then we're going to get to the upward dog where we put our hips on the ground and we push up until we feel the stretch in our back. And then we're going to repeat, coming up, pushing backwards on our hands. Feel a good deep stretch in your hamstrings. And then coming forward, upward dog. So you want to spend a few seconds in each one of these. Don't want to rush it. There's a lot of motion going on. But the quick moving between our stretches is still beneficial to us, especially at the beginning of our workout. We're never going to sit here for a minute and hold any of these stretches, but we're going to get quick bursts of them, which is going to activate them but not overstretch them to where we can't use them. That's why we usually save the deep stuff for the end of whatever we're doing. We'll do one more of each after this. Push up. Push those heels down, those hands back. And walk forward. And push that back down. And chest out. Great job. So that's our quick dynamic stretching routine. If you're not already doing this, I recommend you add some form of this before your workouts. Even if you don't have the full 10-15 minutes that we just did, you only have a couple of minutes, just throw a few stretches together just to get your body moving. That's going to really decrease your chance of injury when you're doing your workouts. And you really see that it's going to enhance your flexibility when you go to do your deep static stretches after your workout. I hope you found this video informative and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching and keep training.